It is Motivational Monday, and it is International Women's Day, and it is our 5-month anniversary, and Romina's here. We have quite a story to tell. I don't even know where to begin. Where do we begin, Romina?
Let's begin from today, from Women's Day.
I love it. I love it. So first, for our new viewers, I am Chrissy Mashinsky, founder and CEO of USAstrong.io.
I'm Romina Manenti, founder and creator of May 11 Hair Oil.
I mean, your accent is so beautiful. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Oh.
I'm from Italy and I moved here 10 years ago. But before to come here, I was in Paris for 13 years. So it's a kind of life.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds a little bit hectic behind me. Alyssa, do you mind what is happening in the city today? There's a lot of action. I'm going to close the window.
A lot of traffic today.
So tell me, how did you get to be the premier hairstylist for the stars? How did that happen?
It unfolded quite naturally, and so it was the right time when I started. I started 25 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe 26.
Oh my God. What, when you were a baby?
I don't want to. No, I was already an adult.
Oh, I don't believe you.
And was the right timing because there was a high request of people in the fashion industry, like makeup, hair, stylist. And I was at the right place because I just moved to Milano because I wanted to work in a hair salon. Actually, I moved to Milano because I wanted to work in the best salon.
Right.
Then I started to hear around that I could do that job, also in fashion shows and set. And I said, wait a minute. Oh, going back 1 second, I studied for fashion designer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who?
When I finished the school, I said, I want to be a hairstylist.
But would you remember the fashion designer that you first worked for?
No, I did the school.
Oh, you?
I went to school, yes. I went to school for fashion design.
Oh, God.
And then when I finished the school, I want to become a hairstylist. So I moved from a small village. I went to Milano, and Milano was amazing. At the time. It was like the middle of 90s, and everything was magic. Like the people, the look, there was such of energy. I believe it was the same energy in New York.
Yeah, the 90s were amazing.
Yes, and then I had a chance to do my very first shows with the Palau, which is one of the best hairstylists in the world in the past 30 years. And and then how I started actually was my very first show because I needed extra people and I never did a show. Wow. And from there I said, okay, I'm gonna quit the salon, I wanna work on oil set. Right. And I thought the transition was natural, which it wasn't. Right. Because I went to see agencies and they asked me they wanted to see my book and I didn't have a book because I just come from the salon. Right. So, and they said, okay, do you know on set? You need to know things. It's not just doing hair.
Right. So you had no fear, though, right? To do all of that, you have to have no fear.
I mean, if from a fashion school designer, I become a hairstylist. From a hairstylist, I can become a fashion hairstylist.
Right. And you were still, so you went from Milan then to Paris.
Then I went, I didn't last that long in Milano. So I went to Paris.
Get out.
I just wanted to see what there was out there.
Right. And traveled the world.
Yeah, and learning a new culture, get out from a small world.
Right.
And so by moving to Paris, I didn't have a choice. I have to learn French. Right. I have to work, and I have to still fascinate.
How many languages do you speak?
3.
Okay, so it's Italian,
French, and English.
Amazing. And then you were in Paris for how many years?
13.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to be there for 2 years, and the year kept
just
going.
fell in love with the city.
every year was more interesting and more interesting. So now one more year, one more season.
Right.
They fly.
But I'm so enamored with you. And who was the most fascinating person you encountered while in Paris?
I think
was it a fashion designer? Was it a movie star? Was it just a random person in the street?
I mean, a lot of friends that they're not that famous, which they were very important people for my life, personal journey.
Right.
And I had the chance to meet like the best people in the fashion industry, like a top photographer, because when I was assisting the hairstylists that were working with the top photographer at the time, top models. Right. But no one in particular beside when I met Alexander McQueen. That was like
just Alexander McQueen.
I felt the world that was shaking around me. So that's the next level.
It's the next level.
That's the next level. Yes,
that is. And so I'm still trying to piece together. So you're working behind the scenes. You're doing hair for these unbelievable runway shows. And then when did it strike you that you could transition from just doing hair to making products?
That happened in New York 5 years ago. When the fashion world already starts shaking and changing. And I felt I was too old. When I saw all the young people so motivated and full of energy get into this industry, I said, okay, I don't know. I felt old. I felt I don't have the same energy. All of my also conversation, what I could bring on set was like a witness and was too much thinking. I think I was very coming from Paris. Everything was very conceptual, and I didn't do things just because I woke up and I wanted to do it. And that's what wasn't the right time to work with this mindset. But this is also how I am. So for me, it's not that I was lost. I said, this is still who I am. I just have to find another job or do something else, because I cannot get younger. So
so you reinvented yourself and you came up with
myself more than reinvented. I replaced myself in a platform that was new for me, but I could use my expertise, my wisdom, and sharing with people. So also always be a big fan of using products, and my texture during the like a high fashion were very well known because we're very heavy texture in terms of. I start like I put the wax, then I heat the wax, then I put the hairspray, then I back combing and gel. So I had a look. I had a look, more of a statement. Yes, and I also was very attentive to lighting. So in order to don't have the hair more shiny than the dress, or I always like to balance volume and texture and shiny or matte in order to create a kind of visual impact and make your eyes go keep back and forth. So, which now I found a little bit difficult. Only with digital image. Well, on print was more impactful, but with digital filter and enhancing the curve, we lose that. But I can still see the world in that way.
And how did you find the strength to become an entrepreneur and build something from nothing? Because that's not so easy to do.
No, I think what people call courage, I call I just go for. So I will not think too much. So,
and what was the first thing you did? When you decided, okay, I'm going to produce my own brand, what was the first thing you did?
Imagine how the women could walk on the street by using my product. how the hair could move.
Right.
It's a feeling. It's this is also I always create my look. It's how this woman she's gonna wake up with those hair. How this woman she's gonna walk. How she's gonna sit down. And this is how I start.
Right.
And
also,
then
the name. Where did you come up with the name?
Okay, the name is a little bit. The number 11 always been in my life. Number 11, it's a in numerology, it's a number of duality, and also it's intuition and strength. And this is how I am. So when I was creating the oil, I was calling oil 11. And I said, oh, that's nice, it's cute. So I really didn't think about too much about the oil, but I need to have a kind of name. Then I went, the oil was almost done, and they said, okay, I'm gonna open my LLC, gonna submit the lawyers, and the lawyers for the trademark said, what the name is that? I said, you cannot call oil 11. It's not a strong trademark. And I said, oh my God. And I already designed the logo was oil.11. Everything was super calculated. This is going to be in a square. It's perfect. So, can I do now? So I have to fly back to Paris. So the overnight flight always gives me ideas. And I said 3 letters. And I said, okay. I have no choice, so I'm gonna call May 11. But also May 11 is my birthday.
Oh, you're Taurus.
I'm Taurus, yes. And it also make more sense because May 11 hair oil, the revitalizing is made to support hair growth, to revitalize the hair, and May is the month where the nature grow and express themselves at the best.
There you go. So why don't you tell everyone how we met?
The truth?
The truth. Tell people the truth. That's what we're about here.
We met through my dear friend Jerome, which I love him so much. He's a French hairstylist, and he's one of the best hairstylists that I ever know. And I wish he could do my hair too.
Yeah.
And Jerome talked to you about May 11, about me, and so how we connect.
And Jerome was here doing my hair for a live Friday. So usually we were only streaming really on Fridays. Then we did Thursdays and Fridays. And now we're Monday, Thursday, and Friday. You're the first Monday. You are number 1 for Motivational Mondays. You're the first live that we're doing on a Monday. So you're christening the Monday, which I find very appropriate for you. So Jerome was doing my hair, and he said back probably, so this is our 5-month anniversary today, and it must have been about, 3 months ago or 2 months ago?
I think so.
I need you to meet Romina, and she has a product, and it's made locally, and I think you're going to love her. And I started texting you before he could even finish getting the words out. I was like, give me your phone number. And he's like, well, let me tell her first. Let me try and no, of course, I'm texting Romina. I just had a feeling about Romina. That should be a song. I just had a feeling about Romina. And immediately you responded and you said, I'm on set. I have to call you in a little bit. And you called me. And I knew immediately that you were going to have such an impact on our platform. And the first thing you said to me is, are you really serious about what you're doing here? And why did you ask me that? Why did you want to know if you were serious about what we're doing here?
Because I see so many platforms and I see so much excitement behind, but there is also a barrier when you want to expand the field. So because Instagram offers the opportunity to everyone to create a platform like that, and they overexcite people, but they don't. But then, if you want to scale up, there is a lot of obstacles. And they say, why is such a smart, successful woman, she wants to start to do that? That was my reason why. It's why she need to complicate her life.
I mean, why do we need to complicate our lives? So, do you want me to answer that question? Or do you know?
Yes.
Do you know why now?
No, now I see it's not complicated. Now it's a mission, and
Yes.
I see that
Exactly.
it's the way that you involve yourself, and I can tell. Just see like a 20 minutes video, I know how much work there is behind.
Yeah.
So those 30 minutes is one day with 10 people, and 10 amazing people actually.
Yeah.
And keep the team always up and keep moving and try to move forward. Even social media. Okay, one day you're a star, then you have 10 bad comments. So how can you move forward and always keep the light?
Yeah. Yeah. I think for us right now, we have such forward momentum, particularly with women, right? So 70% right now of the shop owners on our platform are female. And the reason why this is so important to us is because Amazon dominates with 70% male-owned businesses. And it really, I think is a disservice because so many women do own businesses in the US in particular, but they don't have a platform really where their voices can be heard. And I think that's where Strong TV has been beneficial, and the reason why I wanted you to come on, because it's important for people to hear the story behind how you did this. It is not easy to launch a brand on your own without a big business behind you supporting you.
Yes.
You did this alone. And then we had a woman on Friday, a model who started her business, and she had to go to I don't know where she was at a course or something, and for the first time she realized that Amazon charges at 5 different levels for fees, and she is not going to go on their platform. It was something that I talked to you about because I saw them bidding on your name or trying to convince people to go shop on there, but your products are not on Amazon. That takes a strong woman to not put their stuff there, and you're doing this without having to go onto other platforms. And you have your own site, which is spectacular, Romina. You're keeping that up. You're working still on sets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I'm still working on sets.
And we really look up to you. And we're grateful now that you've given us the opportunity to showcase your products on our platform. And we've had conversations about showing transparency, not just into May 11, but how does May 11 get shipped to where it needs to be, and how is it boxed, and where the boxes are made, and sustainability. And I think that you are going to be a voice in this community down the road. And I think it's important for our audience to meet you.
Thank you.
And see how beautiful you are inside and out. And is there anything else you wanted to share with our audience today? Maybe where your product's made. Where your products are made. We saw that you do small batches.
Yes.
Right. That would be helpful.
I manufacture my product in Brooklyn.
Amazing.
And I hope I can manufacture for the rest of the year because it's a beautiful process.
Yeah.
So when I make my batch, non-available for 10 hours, and at the beginning take a long time. Now I also speed up some process that they didn't need to take that long, and I scale up by myself. But for me, what is most important is keep the integrity of each ingredient, which when you have blends or oil blends, is the first thing that you can lose, because high speed, high temperature, mass production. So it's not enough to see on the label which ingredients you have. You need to trust the company, and the company need to give you the information that there is all of those ingredients. They are maintained from the source to the bottom.
Exactly.
And I have the patent on my process.
Amazing.
So that's why I can speak loud and say, this is what you found on the trees. So it's the same product.
Amazing.
And thinking about scale up, I'm a little bit worried, but I know we have a solution, because I said I need to see, I need to check what they're doing with my oils. So I call manufacturing also because when you create a product and you have to relate it to nature, you have to relate to harvest, you have to relate to weather. So sometimes certain oil come a little bit darker, sometimes a little bit lighter, and some brand they don't have the best harvest one season. So that's why I work with multiple companies, and before to receive my oils, I always ask, send me a sample of this harvest.
Yeah.
So it's not just about, okay, we mix 4 oils. Sometimes to have the perfect almond oil, I have to mix 3 brands.
Yeah.
So it's very fulfilling, and I feel I'm really doing something for my clients, for myself, for all of us.
And your community in Brooklyn.
Yes, I love my community in Brooklyn. That's where I discovered the Jamaican black castor oil, because I didn't know that the oil existed. And when I moved there, there was I was going to have my money, and there was one of these women from Brooklyn, and I noticed they had something different in the hair.
Right.
What do you have? And for them it was quite strange that a white blonde woman asked them for a hair product. I said, oh, just an oil. I said, no, I know oils.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with olive oil.
Right.
So that's something different.
Right.
And then I say, it's a Jamaican black castor oil. I said, okay.
Right.
Jamaican black castor oil.
Right. Well, we are thrilled that you're here. We assume you'll be here many more times to visit us. I think we have now, how many products on the site? 3, 4 now, right?
Yeah, 3, 4.
We have a new one that just went up. That's a baby version, right? So give us a quick tutorial of how to use the products. That would be great.
Okay, the revitalizing hair oil as a purifying, they are treatments. So they need to stay in your hair for 6-8 hours.
Okay.
And in order to stay 6-8 hours, before pandemic, the only time that you could have hair treatments was at nighttime. But now that we work from home, we can have during daytime.
Okay.
So apply 6-8 pumps of revitalizing hair oil before bed on unwashed hair.
Okay. So the revitalizing oil you put on, you can either do it before you go to bed,
or in the morning.
And it's 5 to 6 pumps.
5 to 8 pumps.
Okay.
And you apply on your lens, and
now can you leave it on longer than that?
You can leave it longer. Yes. Yeah. There is no side effects. I mean, in summer sometimes I leave for 2 days.
Right.
But so after 6 hours, so you need at least 6 hours in order to be effective.
Right.
And then
the scalp, right?
Then the scalp oil that helps to remove, build up, purify your scalp, and it treats and heals psoriasis, eczema, dandruff, and it rebalances all of the scalp functions. So same thing, you put at night or during the day, you leave for 6-8 hours, and then you wash your hair.
Okay, great. And can you use these together?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Once a week, a double treatment is the best that you can do for your hair.
Amazing. Okay. I know. Well, you have the perfect hair.
Right, but it's a lot. I mean, I think I need to go do this right now.
Right. And it makes it, I think for people that, I've had a lot of kids, and you go through those phases after you have a baby where your hair is falling out. And that's a real traumatic thing for a mother. And I feel like I didn't have these products when that happened to me. And I wish I had the scalp oil, right? Because I feel like had I had that, after that, it would have been even mentally.
Yes.
The smell,
and
the feel, right?
They were always working while you're sleeping. So already you have a kid or you have a busy life. The only thing that you have to do is just apply the oil and wash your hair as you usually wash.
Right. How many people at this point are using your products in the U.S., do you think? I mean, I see some of the celebrities. I see Matthew McConaughey's wife posting about this. How many people are using the products? I mean, you've got to have hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yes, this is going up and up.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I'm working. I sell also in hair salons, which for me is very important to keep connection with the hair industry, because there is something happening right now in the hair industry. So there is so many people that, from a celebrity that has a hair care line, from a top hairstylist, and now you feel like a salon. They have a better vision of which products can buy.
Okay.
So, and when May 11 arrived, how May 11 arrived in the salon is, okay, a client, usually it's during summertime, client with color hair, go to holidays, go back to the salon, and the colorist is surprised at why this season your hair is not fried. And she's all been using May 11. And this is how May 11 get into the salon, or a hairstylist know from another hairstylist about May 11. Yes. And using products that they are made from corporates based on survey is not enough.
Agreed. I mean, that's really what our platform is built on, right? It's exactly the same thing you're talking about, which is why it's so complementary. I mean, I think that's extremely valid, and it gives more validity to the product, right? Because people actually are using it.
Yes, and also people that purchase May 11 online, they have, I offer 30 minutes of hair conversation with me, so I know my customers. So I know, and they always thank you for my time. So I don't want to, because in order also to perfection your product and the new products that I'm gonna make, I cannot relate to the survey. Then a person say, okay, what's your hair? Thin, thick, how often do you wash your hair? So sometimes those responses are already made from a previous mistake because they were using the wrong product, and people think that they have the wrong hair, and this is break my heart.
Yeah, I mean, I think for someone that has thin hair, right? Can they use? I mean, I think that's a good point, because if you have thin hair, you always think you have to use certain products, or that's how I think, right? And it's probably the wrong products. So if you've got thin hair, what do you recommend? And do you have to wash your hair every day?
No.
Okay,
Washing your hair
don't need to wash your hair every day.
Is, I think it's cultural, because if you go to Paris, I mean, women, they can stretch 5 days and just use dry shampoo. It's cultural.
So dry shampoo. You don't make dry shampoo though.
I don't make dry shampoo. I have to be honest. I tried.
Yeah.
And I made. And I like it. So, but then I couldn't notice the difference with the other dry shampoo in the market. And I said, I mean, then I need another dry shampoo made for me.
So what's the best dry shampoo that we need to get on our site? What do you think? I don't know if it's, you don't know if it's USA made or not, but like, what would you recommend that we use for dry shampoo?
I really like Arinco, which is made from a corporate, but it's a great dry shampoo. I like Chlorine, and I like the dry shampoo in powder more than in spray, because it gives me more control when I want to have more texture. So also the spray, the fact that there is the aerosol and the gas, so I'm a little bit concerned about that.
Okay, and while I have you here, for thin hair, what do we do to give it volume? Okay, I'm gonna stop washing my hair every day, but what's a good idea for thin hair? How do you give it volume?
For thin hair, before to give volume, you need to give nutrients to your hair.
Okay.
So once your hair have nutrients, they can hold the volume and they can hold the styling problem. Because there is thin hair, but thin hair that they also have lack of nutrients.
So what nutrient do I need?
The revitalizing.
So I just put that in.
Yes, the revitalizing is a universal blend which deliver nutrients. People, the thing is, when you have a hair oil, it's not the oil itself that nourish your hair. It's the invisible part that you don't see.
Okay.
So it's like when you put a face mask in your face, it's not the cream, it's what there is inside the cream, it's the molecule.
Right. Okay.
So in thin hair, they need more nutrients than medium or thick hair.
Okay.
So in order to keep the memory,
Now I know.
the problem of thin hair is not just about the volume, it's keep the memory of the volume that you give.
Right.
And often the lack of volume or like a short time that they hold the styling, people use to products with alcohol. So in order to give more hold.
Right. So like hairspray, I'll give you an example. It's 1988. I'm crimping my hair and I'm spraying and crimping. That had alcohol, right? I assume it did.
If crimping also expand your hair.
So you have it for a minute.
Then you have a minute. You have a volume, and then you put the hairspray.
Yeah.
Also, we have to say in the 1980s, the shampoo. 1988. The shampoo didn't have a lot of silicone as right now.
Okay.
So the silicone has tendency to weight your hair down.
Okay. So we need shampoo.
There was
with
less
alcohol.
silicone. There was less emollient.
Right.
And I don't know if it's happened here also, but we moved in Italy. Remember, we had shampoo and conditioner. That conditioner disappeared. We only have shampoo and conditioner in one. And then it's like you leave on your scalp the conditioner, so which is not good because your scalp is not breathing, your hair they get looser, and that's why
this needs to be a whole episode.
I could ask so many questions right now.
I think
I have so many questions.
Okay, so for the next episode, I think what we need to do, Romina, is just do hair, right? Thin hair, thick hair, short hair, long hair, shampoo, and we're going to organize ourselves for that episode because I'm certain our audience is going to go crazy for all of these things. I'm just like now starting to get like, oh my gosh, we don't know anything about hair. Now I'm Italian. Did I tell you that? I'm Sicilian.
Adoro.
No. And my family has a hair salon in Staten Island, and we're going, what, Sunday?
Sunday.
And what do they have? Shampoo?
Shampoo, conditioner, mask, treatments, this, that, everything.
Yes. My grandfather, when he came here from Sicily, he had a hair salon in his basement. And it was a really old, one of those heating things you put your head in. That was not good for me. Anyway, we're gonna see if my family's shampoo and conditioner pass your test.
Ooh,
we're gonna
like
do
that.
a test. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it to Romina. Okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna see if it they make it locally now. And it's now on our platform. So let's see if it passed your test. You have to be very harsh. You have to be a harsh critic.
Okay, I will.
Okay, they're gonna love it. But my last question for you, because I know you have a busy schedule. How do we look like a Parisian girl? Because I feel like I always look like a very New York City girl every day, but I want to look sexy and Parisian one day.
The Parisian girl, they play between done and undone. So
Yes.
they don't want to show that they are using products, so they don't use foundation. If they use makeup, it's not to cover. It's a color. It's a bright color. It's the effortless. So it's they also want to show that they are kind of lazy. The beauty of being lazy.
Okay.
But there is a lot behind that because everything is in the prep. How they prep.
So
Like
they are
how they
prepping.
set. Okay.
I knew it. Okay, that's the secret. So when they're prepping, it's like the ripped jean and the sexy t-shirt, right? But they planned that.
Yes, and also they have this like a sexy, messy hair.
Right.
This is the statement that also make them stand out.
So fun. Well, this is a great episode. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And we will get all of our questions ready for an actual hair episode. And I can definitely feel an episode coming of how to look Parisian. I don't know why.
I definitely don't look Parisian, and I'd love for you to take a stab at that one.
I need a crash course.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining
Thank you.
us. We'll see you soon. Thank you. We don't know how to turn this one off, so we'll just stay with YouTube. We can stay on YouTube all day and all night. Do you want to help us turn this off? It's a download.
End stream.
Yeah.
There we go.